Hi there, I'm going to show you today how to make some great mosquito repellent, what I call pucks, that will keep mosquitoes out of your campsite this summer. Whether you're camping, just having a get-together, a barbecue, if you want to keep those pesky mosquitoes, those pesky wabbits out of your campsite, this is for you. This is something that you can put them around the site at strategic places, and it's going to make an invisible wall. I guess you can call it a bubble protecting your site. So let's get started. What are you going to need? Well, there's two different kinds I'm going to show you how to do. One is going to be in egg crates. Ooh, you have any of these hanging around? And the other one is going to be in a muffin tin. Okay, so what we're going to need first, we're going to use coffee grounds. Now in here, this is not crab meat, even though it says crab. In here, what I have, these are used coffee grounds. After my wife made my Dunkin' Donuts coffee, I actually took the coffee grounds from the filter, put them on paper towels, spread it out, put it in the sun for a few hours. You want to get them dry. It'll work just as well as my brand new chock full of nuts coffee. Now, why is it in a bag? Well, you know me, I took the can and made a stove out of it. So we use everything here. I'm going to take some of the coffee grounds and I'm going to put them, can you see here? I'm going to put them right inside. Let's see. Now what I want to do is do about 40% coffee to wax, because the wax is going to keep it burning and the coffee inside is going to smolder and keep the mosquitoes away. For some reason, mosquitoes just hate coffee. Okay, then I take the wax. What I did was I melted wax over here, and what I'm using is just the regular Gulf wax. I got these at the supermarket for like $3 a box, and it comes in these little bricks. And I think I melted like 3 of these this morning to be able to get the amount of wax we're using. Now I find it hard to pour with this, so I take the wax and I pour it in here first. Now be careful, this is hot wax. And yes, that's a hot stove over there. I don't want to put this back on the stove while the wax is dripping. You know me, if there's an accident to be had, I find it. All right, now we take the wax, which is already starting to harden, and we just pour it in. And what I do is I kind of fill it up so one overflows into the other to give me as much as I can get. I prefer doing them with the egg cartons because I always cut a piece of the egg carton with, so this top part, with the actual wax. And what it does is, whoops, look at that, I'm dripping everywhere. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, these are those accidents I was telling you about. Let's see how I can remedy this. Okay. I have wax everywhere. I now have a wax table. So these, I'm not going to put a wick in them because actually when I cut this part, these end pieces of the egg carton are going to become my wick. Now, the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to make them with my muffin tins. It's going to be a little difficult because I have wax spilled all over already. So let's put it over here. Can you see what I'm doing? Good. So what I'm going to do here is, again, you can use the new stuff. I'm going to use the new one for this here. Just open that up and measure it precisely. I'm just going to do 3 of these for now, just so you can see how that works. Okay. And we're going to close it, because like I said, if an accident can happen, guess who finds a way. So, with these, oh, I wanted to stir this first here. I want to get the wax and the coffee all mixed in together. So, otherwise the coffee is just going to be at the bottom. It's probably not going to smolder well. Okay. You might even want to stir it a few times throughout the process. Now, if you do much more than the 40%, it probably won't hold together well. It probably will go out. So, isn't this fun? It's just like Cooking with Rainey. Oh, all we need is a little bit of cooking, Sherry. Oh, isn't it so fun to cook in the morning? Now, for those of you that are my age or older, who was I impersonating? Okay, famous TV chef. All I need is a hat, and we'll be all set. All right, so those are all set, and I'm probably going to put a little bit more wax in these. Hopefully that won't overflow as well. There we go. So now these here, okay, oops, before I put that in, what I want to do is put some wicks in there. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to take these little wick holders. Since I only have so much space inside the muffin tin here, and I want to put 3 wicks in each one. Why? Because I want these to smolder a lot more than the normal ones. I'm going to take a wick, put it through the wick holder, and then once you have it through there like that, all you do is crimp it, and that's going to hold it there. I hope. And I have it a little bit too long. See what's going on here? And it'll stand right up. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of those really quick. Okay, so now I got a bunch of them crimped. I was just going to put them in the coffee, but I still have to mix the coffee around with the wax. So let's see. I'm going to put that like that. Whoops, what a mess. I'm glad these don't leak. There we go. And actually I want to keep that 40% mixture, so I'm going to put a little bit more coffee in each one. There we go. And another thing I have for you that's really great is in the link below this video, I have a free PDF for you showing 10 mosquito repellers using coffee. And some of them require fire like this with candles, some of them don't. There's some pretty unique ways of getting rid of mosquitoes, and I think you'll really get a kick out of that. So go to the link below this video and download your free copy today and let your friends know about it, because believe me, this summer when mosquitoes are all around, it'll be great to be able to do something like this, or some of the really quick, maybe 5-minute, 2-minute methods of getting rid of mosquitoes with regular coffee grounds or used coffee grounds. All right, so now I did that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put these little wicks in. See how simple and painless that was? As I'm putting the wicks in, I'm separating them as much as possible because I'd like to have the wicks away from each other. It'll burn more material and not make each other one go out. Look at that. This one doesn't even have a holder. I just put it in there. I guess if you wait until the wax starts to solidify like I'm doing here, you don't really need to get a holder, do you? And if you find it too tedious, just cut the string and put it in. Yeah, that's working great. I need one more string. One more string. I tell you, it's just stringing me along. Boom, right? Okay, so there we go. I got one more string and it fell in there. So do you need to have wicks? I have, whoops, oh, coffee all over the place. These have wicks. These do not. So what's going to happen? These are going to burn like a candle, whereas these are just going to smolder. Okay, they'll both work just as well. These, by the way, if you put in some wood chips, mix it in with a little bit of lighter fluid, they make great fire starters as well. So you could throw it in your fire, start your fire, and keep mosquitoes away. Dual purpose. So here we go. It looks really good. All we need to do now is to wait, probably about 5 or 10 minutes and let these set. So let's go ahead and do that right now like magic. Wasn't that quick? To help it speed it along, I actually put both of them in the freezer. So it took about probably 10 minutes for them to harden. And just to show you how it looks with the muffin tin, once they harden, they just kind of pop right out if you have the Teflon coated ones. And see how that looks? Now normally with a regular candle, I'd say yes, cut the wicks down so that way it doesn't smoke. But since we want smoke from mosquitoes, leave the wicks big. and they'll burn down to their right level, and then it'll stop smoldering. But see, they all just pull right out. Aren't they beautiful? Ah, smells like coffee. So that's what you do with those, and we're going to take them outside and fire them up. And then you have these here, the ones made from the egg carton. So what I'm going to do with these is cut them in individual onesie sizes. There we go. So I got them broken that way. And let me do the same with this one. And these things break up pretty good once you get through the thicker wax part. And be sure you do this in the supervision of an adult. Unfortunately, I didn't have one handy. So be careful. Razor blades can be dangerous. Again, we want smoke because mosquitoes don't like smoke. So what I'm going to do is just leave them in here like this, because these corners actually make good edges to light. So all you need to do is light that up and let it go. So let's go check these out. Okay, let's go ahead and light these up. Look at the smoke coming off them already. Let's get some of these right here lit up. Let's see, we don't need that much. I'll tear some of that off. So look how wonderful those are burning. Now, of course, if you wanted to have your chimney effect, you would simply take the can, put that there, and either one, you could take one of these pucks and just drop it in. So you can see how that looks there, and it'll burn and give you even more smoke. You can see why these work as great fire starters. They have such really nice flames. Oh, it's already stuck. And wherever you put it, remember, it's going to leak wax, because that's all that's in there is wax. So there you go, the coffee pucks. Great mosquito repellents, extremely easy to make. Used coffee grounds, fresh coffee grounds, you can make them in muffin tins, you can make them in the egg cartons, or you can even make them in any kind of a tin that you have. You can get these at hobby stores, put it inside here, make even more, and when you're done, you can blow it out and save it for next time. Okay, so they're very versatile and efficient. So I hope you enjoyed this video and that you were able to see it before the mosquitoes came out, so this way you can prepare and keep those unwanted guests away. Not relatives, mosquitoes, unless you have relatives. But with that, please share this with your friends so they can be ready for the mosquitoes, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye now. What a cool idea.